I've been up to North Yorkshire to meet a little fella who's being trained for something rather special. I've come to a very frosty Northallerton in Yorkshire to meet a young man who might just revolutionise the world of assistance animals. And it's not you, is it? The chap I'm after is indoors, in the home of Katy Smith. Oh, it's nice and warm in here, and I'm looking for Katy and Digby. Hello, Katy.
How are you doing?
I'm very, very well, and this must be Digby.
Yep.
He is absolutely gorgeous. Digby, all 30 inches of him, is an American miniature horse, and Katy is training him to be this country's first ever guide horse for the blind and partially sighted. This is a very ambitious idea, to think that you can do with a horse what we're used to seeing done with dogs.
There's no reason why you can't. I mean, guide dogs do an amazing job. It's to give the people that can't, for whatever reason, have a dog, the chance of the independence a guide dog can bring to somebody's life.
Now, many of you might already be asking, why a horse instead of a guide dog? Well, the reasons vary from allergies to dog phobias, and horses are stronger than dogs, so they can really benefit people with disabilities too. I mean, in America, obviously, they've blazed the trail that you're now following. What level of success have they really achieved?
A lady had one for 3 years.
Yeah.
And she loved it, and it gave her quite a lot of independence. So it went on planes, and it went in buses, and it went on public transport.
Now, as I understand it, with a guide dog, there are key commands that they have to master. Is that the same for Digby?
I'm working with the same commands. At the moment, it's very basic because he's only 8 months old.
Yeah.
So his socialisation, he's getting out and about, seeing things, he's getting used to my voice, he's getting used to simple commands like forward, straight, right, left.
How close to a guide dog will his training take him?
Eventually, I think that we could get him as good as a guide dog.
Indoors, Digby has to wear special slippers, but hold your horses, isn't it his back end we should be more worried about? Now, dare I ask, you know, house training?
With the minis, they have got something called Thunderpants, which is like a little bag that attaches to the tail, and when his tail goes up, he poos into the bag, and it's all very neat and tidy. Nobody knows anything about it. But in the spring, I will be bringing him in the house and giving him toilet training lessons. Well, I'm glad that's cleared up. I mean, I'd love to see how far you've got with his training, Katy, and give him a chance to get outside and let his hair down a bit. I think he's getting a bit bored, isn't he? I think he wants the biscuits. He wants the biscuits. Well, I'll tell you what, Digby, show us what you can do, and there'll be more biscuits to come. Sporting his rather fetching Thunderpants, Digby goes shopping with Katy in Northallerton so he can get used to people and places. He's a sociable little chap. Morning.
Morning. Morning, Digby.
Come to have a look at your microwaves.
First time she came in, she said, do you mind if I bring my horse in the shop? A little bit of a strange request, but we said, yes, that's fine. Then found out it was a guide horse. Came round, great experience for the horse, looking at different things, different noises, different smells, and he's very well behaved, and he's welcome back.
Oh, I think it's amazing. As a society, I think this is where we need to move forward to support the more disadvantaged, the visually impaired, and if that benefits them, then I think we as the able-bodied should take that on board.
It takes 20 months to train a guide dog, but for a horse it can take years. And at just 8 months old, Digby is but a puppy taking his first baby training steps. When he qualifies in about 2 years' time, his guide owner will be Mohammed Patel, a journalist who has a degenerative eye condition. Now then, this is quite a thing you're taking on. How did you first hear about Digby?
I saw that there were people in America that used guide horses, miniature horses, as their assistant animals. Unfortunately for me, I've got a really big phobia of dogs, and it's something that I have tried to get over because of the benefits I see and I know that an assistance animal can bring. Hopefully Digby's going to be that opportunity for me to do that.
And can you tell me a little more about your impairment? I mean, can you see me standing in front of you now, for example?
I can just about make out your form, so I couldn't tell you, without hearing you, if you're a man or a woman, what your facial features are like. I can just about make out your form, so... but that will get to a stage where that'll go as well.
So he would, in many respects, I suppose, give you a newfound sense of independence, which hitherto you've not been able to achieve.
He would honestly change my life because of the reliance that he would remove on other human beings. At the minute, I'm in a position where I'm needing to ask for help, I'm needing to wait for people to offer up their time and their assistance.
Have you been able to map out the practicalities of incorporating Digby into your life, for example, at home or indeed at work?
It's funny you ask that because every time I now come down the stairs or I walk into a room, I think to myself, would Digby be behind me right now? Where would Digby be? What would he be doing? Would this work? You know, how is it going to work? But, you know, we're gonna work as a team and make this happen, and I hope that by me doing this, I can open up that avenue for someone else to do it if they want to in the future.
Mohammed might have heard of Digby, but the two have never actually met before. So now, for the very first time, they'll not only meet, but also have a chance to size each other up, to see if they're a fit. Just come and take a step forward.
Okay.
You put your arm out. Oh, now, there is his forehead.
He's very furry, isn't he?
He's very, very furry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you just walk forward and just follow his neck down,
Yeah.
you feel the long hair of his mane.
Yeah.
All the way down.
He is miniature, isn't he?
He's 2 minutes, yeah.
Well, we should probably let you two bond and have a little wander around the arena with Katy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on then, mate.
Yeah,
Off you
so-
go.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so we say forward.
Okay, forward. There we go.
And then if we go in a straight line, good boy. Then we'll say straight on.
Straight on.
It's been an overwhelming day for Mohammed, but Digby seems to be taking it all in his little stride. Now that you've had a chance to meet him, I mean, your excitement earlier was obvious.
Yeah.
Where are we on that scale now?
I've been waiting so long to meet him, and now that I have, and I've seen his temperament, I'm just over the moon. It's been worth the wait, absolutely.
Yeah?
Should we give him a hug?
Hey. Good boy.
Boy. Oh yeah, he likes his hug.
That is absolutely amazing. They've known each other, well, for really about an hour. And yet look how well Mohammed and Digby are getting on. That is the beginning of a long and I hope very beautiful relationship. And the making of what might be Britain's first guide horse. Well, I absolutely loved meeting Digby. So here's hoping for a bright future for him